So when you're rendering, make sure that you're rendering into the production, switch to the production instead iterative, and the viewports, you can use all those 4 viewports. Okay. Alright, also you can work in one single viewport, and to do so there is a button right here which says maximize viewport toggle. If you're gonna click on it in the corner right there, you can see that arrow. Click on it, it's going to be just single viewport. If you're gonna double click on it, it's going to bring you back to the 4 viewports. Some people working with 2 viewports, and you can adjust it in the option to under the customize. Some people working with 4 or single. I'm going to use as a basic as 4 for you in this video tutorial, so you're not going to get lost easy. Alright, let me go ahead and create basic shape. So I'm going to go ahead and create, click on create with my mouse left button, and then make sure that click on geometry and make sure that standard primitives is selected. Then I'm going to use the box, click on it, and using on the top viewport, click my left mouse button, scroll it, release it, and move my mouse a little bit to make some depth to that box, and click on my mouse again, and I'm going to have a box, as you can see. Alright, so we have the box. First thing what I would like you to do, go ahead and over here when it says perspective smooth plus highlights, click on it and select the edge faces. So basically you're going to see the edges of the polygons. Okay, the next thing, don't worry, I'm going to explain to you in a second what is the polygons, edges, and vertices. The next thing what I want you to do, I would like you to get used with your camera. If you're going to click left mouse of your button and click on the pen view icon here, and then with left mouse of your button you can move your camera on a perspective view or in other view like top view, front view, etc. Okay, to zoom in you can use your third mouse button. Make sure you selected the view which you're working with, or you can use this icon right here which says zoom. Click on it and left mouse button, you can zoom in if you're on a laptop. Okay, the next thing, click on modify, and under the box we would like to convert this box into poly. To convert basic primitive into the poly means that editable poly means that we're going to extend this primitive into complex primitive. Right click on the box and select editable poly. Okay, now we can extend this box and create some shapes out of it. Let me explain to you. Over here we have 5 different icons. To put your mouse over it, it says vertex. Put your mouse over here, it says edges. Put your mouse here, border. Put your mouse here, polygon, and put your mouse here, element. Let's go ahead and select the vertex. Click on it. It's going to highlight yellow or just highlight in different version of the 3D Max. And if you will zoom in, you will see that it has some dots. It doesn't show too well over here, but over here in the front view, top view, you see the dots, right? Well, single dot called vertex in the 3D space. Multiple dots, let's say 2, called vertices. So when I'm saying vertices, I mean multiple dots. When I'm saying vertex, I mean single dot. Okay, and select a single dot. You want to make sure that your mouse is over. You're going to click on the select object icon, and then it's highlighted, and then you can select with your mouse like you're basically selecting files in the Windows. Click your mouse button and slide and release, and you're selecting multiple selection. Let's say if you want to select this vertices and this vertices at the same time, 2 vertices, or this vertex and this vertex, or 2 vertices and at the same time, what you're going to do, you want to select one vertex and then click the control button and you're going to see in a second it will appear plus on it under the mouse cursor, and select another one by holding your control button. You can select the multiple. You can select same methods to select multiple polygons or edges or multiple items such as objects in 3D space. Okay, deselect, you're going to use the Alt button. You need to hold your Alt button, make sure you're in the right view, and it has the yellow borders messaging you that you're in the right view, which is top view right now. And you see by the cursor there is a minus. If you will select the vertex, it will not highlight the thread, means it's not selected. Okay, over here select the move tool. If you're gonna go ahead and click on that select the move tool and then right click on a front viewport, you can see the XYZ. In this case you see Y and X, move by Y and X because it's front view, makes sense. Okay, it doesn't, you're not going to see the Z. So by holding, make sure it's you selected the select the move, so you can move the selected objects in 3D space. In this case it's two vertices, let's say by X. You're gonna click on X arrow axis and you're moving, and you see that in our perspective view, if I'm going to switch to the perspective view and zoom out a little bit and then back to my front view, you can see the shape of the object is changing now by moving those vertices. Okay, so you learn what is the vertices. Vertices is multiple dots in 3D space. Single dot is vertex. Alright, let's go ahead and learn what is polygon. First, what is the H? H is basically, if you're gonna go ahead and select H icon like I did, make sure it's highlighted, and then click, let's say in perspective view, on that white H. It's going to highlight it. If you're not seeing the H, go ahead and click on highlights, smooth and highlights, make sure the H phases are selected. You can deselect it and select it again, you're gonna see it. Okay, so it's highlighted, so this is the H, and you also can move the H. Let's go to front view, and using my move tool, select the move tool, you can move the H, and by moving the H you're also changing the primitive in 3D space. As you can see, it's properties. Okay, so multiple edges you can select with the control button, holding the control button, and then select the multiple edge. You can select the multiple edge and then move it again, change the shape. Okay, let's go ahead and learn with this polygon. If you're gonna go ahead and click on this icon right here, it says polygon. When you're going to put your mouse over, click on it, make sure it's highlighted. Polygons in 3D space, after you click on polygon, go ahead and click on select object icon, so you can select any object like polygon, vertices, and you're not going to move it or scale it. It's always safe to go ahead and click on select object icon when you're working with some selections. Okay, this is the polygons. As you can see, polygons can be squared or can be triangled. It's better to work with the squared polygons in a 3D space, especially in the game developing. Okay, you can see I'm just have in my perspective view I have 3 polygons, 1, 2 and 3. By holding control button I can select multiple like you just learned. Okay, it's red means it's highlighted, means it's that, and I can move the polygons. Let's say I can move this polygon right here and click and select the move tool, going to my top view a little bit, zoom out with my third mouse button, or with this icon here, click on it and use the zoom tool, and then go back to select and move again, so I can, and you can see by moving my polygon I'm changing the object as well, my primitive object, its properties. Okay, you just learned basically how to change the in 3D space basic primitives, how to change its property and its shape. Okay, you just learned with vertices, polygons, and edges. Let's go ahead and move to video tutorial where we're going to basically move from the basics. This is the basics. If you didn't understand something, please make sure you understand how to move in a 3ds Max Studio, the basic interface that I just discussed. Okay, let's go ahead and move basically into another video and where I'm going to teach you how to create the fan step by step. Alright, I will see you in a moment. And also, before we're going to move to modeling the fan, let me also show you. If I'm going to go ahead and click on perspective view and then go to rendering and click render, I can render this, and then I can using the orbit sub object tool, I didn't discuss this yet, click on this icon right here. I can rotate my camera in 3D space, my camera view, like so, and then go ahead and click render again and click render. You can see I'm rendering it. Okay, so you got an idea, right? If I wanna render, let's say this like so, I can, using my orbit tool, this guy right here, put it wherever I want it, and then click on pen view and get the camera where I want it, and then go to rendering, render, and I'm going to see that exactly that thing. Why it's a little bit black right here, polygons, those black, and it's not over here. Why? Because I don't have the light yet on the scene, and it's normal. We're not going to discuss the light and texturing during this video course. I'm hoping I'm going to release 2 more videos, so don't miss them out. Subscribe. Alright, so you got an idea, right? To be able to unselect this polygon, my suggestion to go ahead and click on this, double click on the polygon, and it's going to unselect it. So now you can move the whole object instead of the polygon, okay, because nothing is selected here. So if you want to move the whole object in 3D space, you want to make sure that you have unselected all those properties selections, such as vertex, edge, border, polygon, and element. You want to unselect it, and then you can move freely without no deformation your object in 3D space and place it wherever you want using the move and select tool right here. Okay, I also didn't discuss the rotation tool in 3D space. Right here, using my orbit sub object tool, I'm rotating the camera but not the object. It looks like it's rotating the object, but object still at same XYZ, but I'm rotating my camera. To rotate the object in 3D space, I'm going to use this icon right here which says select and rotate. I'm going to go ahead and click and select and rotate, and now you can see that coming that kind of funky thing, and now I can rotate my object in 3D space. You can see that this one is changing by Y. I'm rotating by Y over here, and it's changing the coordinates. If I'm going to go ahead -2 something dot 836, my coordinates for Y axis, if I'm going to go ahead and click 0 and click enter, it's going to position exactly at 0 as we were before. You can also rotate by